Yay, yay, yay. All right, first I'm going to introduce you guys to someone that's on here. Nobody has their faces on. Come on. Where are you guys? I want to see your faces. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Brittany. Okay, so first I'm going to introduce myself. You guys kind of know who I am. I'm Stephanie, but I have somebody that helps me out a ton always, and that's Laura McKenna, our assistant. So she actually used to work for corporate. Gal, how many years ago was that?
Almost 6. Actually 6, like last week is when I left.
6 years ago?
Yeah.
So she's been with us for 6 years. Basically, she left. She went down to Florida when corporate moved. And then when we always said, if you ever come back to Michigan, we want you, we would find a way to have a job for you. So she has worked for us for that long. So questions and stuff like that, if you're not friends with Laura, make sure that you are friends with her, and if we can't ever get a question answered from me, she will help you. But she does a lot of behind the scenes and helps answer questions and keeps me on track too. So I see people are hopping on, but I'm going to record this just because it is in the middle of the day. Some of you guys are home, and so you can actually jump on any time of the day, which we're loving right now. So I'm going to have you guys, if you're on your computer or near your phone, just type where you're from so you guys can see a little bit of where everybody's from around the country. And sometimes you'll see international popping on here. You guys know how to use the chat. I see nobody saying anything. Well, do you have the chat? Okay. Okay, they're popping up. Canada. Oh, there is a.
Hi, everyone.
That's Joel. All right. Oh, hi, Marilyn. How are you? I don't see some of you guys on. Florida. It's probably warm. Oh, we got a couple from Canada on. Yay. Exciting. All right. So usually we'll talk about things US based, but we'll try to make sure that you guys get the Canadian stuff. So really we wanted to get you guys off the ground going a little bit quicker. If there's questions that you have, I want you to put it in the chat. But really we wanted to go over a lot with understanding host to post. I think that's a huge benefit for you guys. We see it all the time where people aren't really sure how they use it or what should we be doing. So I'm going to have Laura kind of help with host to post and explaining this a little bit. So I think if you guys can take notes and stuff. Laura, are you going to give some of the posts that we're going to do here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something that we wanted to keep smaller for you guys. And the reason why is if you guys copy and paste and multiple do it, hundreds of people do the exact same post, it doesn't get seen. And so we want to make sure that you guys are getting kind of some firsthand post ideas that are working, and you can always tweak it. You can always change up some of the words. But we really wanted to give that to you first. We've talked about this when I do our big group Zooms. It's hundreds and then thousands, and we put it up for people to see. So this is something that we wanted to give to you first. So the first thing to do is people are like, well, where do I start post to post? What do I do? So one of the first things that you can do is just go through your Facebook friends. Like, who on there would help you out by you asking them to do a favor? And so the first question that you're just going to do is you're going to inbox people and say, hey, can I ask you to do a favor for me? Most people are going to say yes. So when they say yes, this is the important part that we're doing right now. And I think if you're not already in the page, it's called the giveaways page. So Laura, will you just make sure that they're all in the giveaways page after?
Yes, if you're not, just shoot me a message and I can send you the link. So if you don't know what that page is, just shoot me a message and I'll make sure you're in it.
Or even comment maybe here.
Yep. Yeah, if you're not in it, just comment here and I can take notes.
We'll make sure that we're in there. So And what the giveaways page is designed to help you guys get people to do host to post for you. And so we're doing this month, we're going to do a weekly giveaway of $200. We're going to pull 2 names each week for $100 each. So that's going to be 2 winners winning $100 cash. We've done big ones before, but we just feel like the $100, people just think that it's more real for whatever reason. And so we have great success with that. So when you say, hey, can I ask you a favor? And they say, sure, what's the favor? Because you know they're dying to know what it is. Then you can say, hey, we're doing a cash giveaway this week. Would you mind throwing up this post for me? And I'll enter you to win one of the $100 cash giveaways.
I just threw kind of a sample message you can use in the chat. That's just super simple. After they say, sure, I'll do a favor, that you can use.
Yep. And that one really you can copy and paste because it's going into the inbox. So that is something right now, keep in your notes. So if you guys copy that, if you're on your phone, or take a picture of it if you want to do it later or whatever is easiest, then make sure that you do that. But that's the key thing that you really want to do, is that's going to create movement. Another thing that I just did a Zoom the other day with is if you want to look at who's having birthdays, maybe those are who you ask for host to post each day. You know, Facebook reminds you whose birthdays it is. So you could always reach out to them, reach out and make sure that you're at least saying happy birthday to boost your algorithm so that they're starting to see your stuff. So once they do this is where you're going to go ahead and you're going to give them a post. Again, create a notes section in your phone or somewhere that you can just copy and paste and get these up. So
yeah, something simple you can do. I don't know if you can really see on my phone, but I have like scripts, host to post, certain like tabs if you have an iPhone, and that just makes it really easy to find.
Even your website, keep it in notes. We know that we can't send it through Facebook or Instagram. So what I like to do is just get their phone number and then text it to them or email my website. So make sure that you guys have your website so that you can text it to people. So some of the posts that generally work, I'm going to have Laura put these up for you. And
these are ones you're not going to be able to copy and paste. You're going to have to switch up a little bit.
Yep.
Because otherwise they're not going to work for anybody.
Yeah, so make sure, like, just switch it up, make it so it's your language a little bit. You know, because you could look at me and somebody says, hey girl, I'm not a hey girl person. So you could switch that around or whatever it is. You know, there's just going to be different ways that you're going to do it. Are you posting some of those up there?
Yes.
Okay. I see her working. So some of you may not even know what these products are yet. Some people are brand new, but the testers needed the one tablet for breakfast and one at lunch is actually Thermophyte X. And that's a clinically proven supplement that helps you lose 31 pounds in 90 days. So it's a great one for people with weight loss. And what I really want to tell you guys too is right now, people are buying product. They don't want to gain weight. They're at home, they're snacking, they don't want to snack. They want to take this and find a way that they can get healthy and actually lose some weight as well. So that's just a good one. All these can be different. So that one's the Thermophyte X. Are you going to drop in?
I just put the coffee when it kind of blended together. Let me try and.
Okay, so that's the.
There it is.
Okay, so you did the coffee one, not the Thermophyte X.
No, I did Thermophyte X. They kind of blended together, so I'll separate them in the chat because I both commented at the same time.
So yeah, the coffee one is obviously Skinny Brew. Okay, there's the TFX one. So just make sure that you guys are keeping these on. Cleanse is another good one for getting customers as well. And make sure you guys use different emojis, you know, different things that you can just kind of create your own. Don't just copy and paste. I mean, we're going to give you as much as we can here that makes sense, but she's getting him up there. So why host to
Jump
post?
the Cleveland.
Okay. So I'm going to have her once I'm going to finish talking, but once she's got those up, we're going to give you how to respond. Because that's the next one where people are like, okay, I got the host to post up. They posted it for me. And now once they throw the post up for you, make sure that you let them know, please tell me once you put that post up. Okay. Because it's your job to make sure that you're going back through and going onto those comments to have them message you, or you're messaging them. So Laura, can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, first of all, if you can, if they're like, should I tag you? Just say no. For whatever reason, the Facebook algorithm does not like that. So if all possible, just say, hey, if you can, don't tag me. I'll try and keep an eye on it, but just let me know when the post is up so I can make sure I get you added to my giveaways. What I usually say, and then they're usually like, oh yeah, right away they'll get it up because they want to make sure they're going to get a chance to win that money.
Mm-hmm. So make sure that they know to do that. I think that's a big deal. And then when you're in the giveaways, you're going to see numbers. And so you'd put the next person's name with the number in that giveaway. And then we just do a random number picker, and that's how we get out the money. So say that one of your people actually wins too, guys. I would always suggest, hey, have you ever thought about making extra money? You could use this towards your purchase of your kit. So don't forget to do that. Don't just send them the money like we want to do that, but also this is an opportunity for you guys to help build your business. So the other important thing is once you're doing this, you've got to have a system to keep track. So this is where, getting a notebook out, writing down who you sent the host to post out to. I wouldn't do 100 in a day. Don't ask 100 questions, but we want to get you guys in a schedule of at least doing 10 a day. And it's just a good number to do, and we can do more. But if you're writing down 10 people, getting it out to 10 people, you're writing those dates down. So I'll write the name, write the date down, and even what post you did, because they may do another post for you in another month, 3 months. We just don't know. So make sure that you write that down. Get all 10 of the ask the favors out. Not all 10 are going to respond immediately, and not all 10 will do it. So you might get 2 that respond. You might get 5. It just depends on, who decides that they're going to do that. So once you have that down, making sure that you're following up and going back through, because people could be commenting even a week later, Laura, don't you think? I feel like all of a sudden I'm not getting messages or I'm not seeing things, and I should go back and look at those posts, because we just never know.
Yeah, and another good way, once you've kind of gone through your friend list and you've kind of, asked quite a few people, you can also just put a post up that's very simple that just says, hey, I have, I'm blessing 2 people with $100 this week. Drop your favorite candy below, or something, kind of fun that will get interaction. Mm-hmm. And then you can ask those people to host a post. And I don't know if you want me to go the one step further on this.
Yeah, so there's going to be multiple ways to do the host to post. So that's the ask the favor. And while I just don't want to miss this part, while you have one of the friends that you had do the host to post for you, your list is also going to grow. So your friends list is going to grow. Your network is going to grow as well. So it's important to get 10 out a day, guys, because this is not only helping you get the host to post out, but growing your network. And that's what we want, is to grow Facebook, grow Instagram. So know that there's also a trick behind that of growing your network on how many more people are going to start seeing your posts, not just just asking about product, but the business. How much weight loss have you lost? How much energy you're feeling? Just following your life right now. And I think that's important. So yes, you can do the next one. Go ahead, Laura. So there's the ask the favor, the giveaways, and you can mix these up. So maybe your ideal is, I want to get 10 messages out today. Maybe 5 of them are going to be ask the favor, and maybe the other one is you do a giveaways post. So go ahead and go on to the next.
So when it's kind of a play off the giveaways post, is if you ask them to do, you put up the post and it's like, hey, drop your favorite candy or whatever. After that, when that person comments with their favorite candy, you message them and basically say, I'll put the script here in the comments, but basically you can say, hey, I'd love to get you entered into my giveaway. I just ask you share a post on your page about my giveaway. Here's what you can post. Would you mind doing that? And then I basically just give them something that says, hey, my friend Stephanie or whoever is wanting to bless 2 families with $200 this week. Comment a heart below to be entered. So then now you're reaching that person's friends, because when those people comment with their heart, you're going to message them hey, would you do me a favor? I'd love to get you added to my giveaway. And I can kind of give you the sample script on that as well. And then basically you're asking your friend's friends to do a host to post for you. Mm-hmm. So now you've just completely grown your network one step further, because you're friend requesting all these people. Whenever they comment, whether it's on your host to post or on your giveaway, always just shoot them a comment that says, hey, I sent you a friend request so you can see my message. Because otherwise it's going to go to their filter and they're never going to see it.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have questions on anything that we've covered so far? No. I see shaking heads. No comments about it.
I have a question, Stephanie.
Yes.
So, okay, so basically, when we do a host to post, because this is where I was getting confused at. So we're gonna post a post on our wall. We'll just say, hey, I'm doing like a giveaway. And then the people will respond. I was like, respond if you want to be put in this drawing. And so then the people will respond, and those people, I will inbox with another message that says, hey, and I was just use any random name, is doing would you like to be in a giveaway? This is what you got to do. Just copy and paste this and put this on your wall.
Yeah, Laura, are you going to post that? Have you yet?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm doing it right now.
So here's the
Okay.
Here's the kind of the script that you can follow when somebody does the giveaway. So, hey, my friend Stephanie, or I'm blessing 2 people with $200. It's going to be a cash giveaway pulled on Sunday. Drop your favorite emoji for info where to be entered.
Okay.
And then when they do that, so then once they drop, say, a heart, here's the post. Here's how the message, when you want to send your friends a post about your giveaway. Hey, Amber, so excited to get you entered into our 300 giveaway. It's 200 this week. So just so you guys know.
Yeah, just change that.
I just asked you to do me a quick favor, please, but would you please put a post? You guys can copy this one. Inboxing is fine on scripts. It's the posting on walls, algorithms that Facebook really looks at. Inboxing is totally okay.
So that's what you're going to message somebody. The one I just put up is this when the heart gets dropped on your friends. So this is when you're like, okay, I'm going to put you into the host to post. Now, when you want your friend to do the comment about the giveaway, I'm getting that one up for you right now.
Does that make sense, Taisha?
Yes, it does. It helps a lot. Because I was wondering if we were just like messaging like random people, because I didn't want people to think like, I haven't heard from you in like years, Taisha.
Well, and here's something like messaging. So you can do that. You can just say, hey, can I ask you a favor? Even if they haven't heard from you in years, like that would be just like, hey, can I ask you a favor? And they could be sure. Like, I'm excited. I just joined a company. We're actually giving away some cash giveaways. I'm going for a promotion. Would you just mind throwing this post up for me? Okay. And you can use your voice. Like, Taisha, I love it when you voice message me because I love your voice. You're excited. You just have this, like, she's contagious, you guys. Like, you can hear her voice. She's just like, I don't know, just like a little ball of like love. And so if you guys want to use your voice, yes, you can copy and paste this, but put this spin on you, because for me, sometimes just people hearing my voice, they know that I'm real now and I'm not a robot that just sent them something that's fake, right? So, but it's designed for if you're afraid of using voice memo, or if you're afraid of, because we're going to have all different walks of life coming in, and you're going to have a comfort level of, yes, you love to pick up the phone. Yes, I love voice messaging. Yes, I love texting, whatever that is. So we want to try to hit all those. So does that make you feel a little bit more comfortable? Like, I have no problem, you guys, asking people, And the reason why is I go back to this. When I joined this business, I was so broke. I wish somebody would have gave me an opportunity or told me about this company way before I had even joined, because I was looking to make extra money. I wanted to feel better about myself. You know, I didn't think it was going to be network marketing, but you know, I always think back of my heart is in the right place, and that's where you guys are at. You're excited. You want to help people. If they can win some money for helping you out by doing a post and you potentially getting customers, it's a win-win. So that's getting your mind right is a lot of this of, you know, it's not like we're just taking from somebody. We're really wanting to help. Hopefully that helps you guys. Yeah.
So if you do decide to do the giveaway within a giveaway, I call it, then you're going to actually be entering 2 people into the giveaway page at a time. So you're going to be entering your friend who just shared the giveaway for you, and then the person who's going to put their friend who's going to put up the host post for you. So,
and that one can get a little overwhelming, right, Brittany? She messaged me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed." So I'm gonna share a little trick that I do, because sometimes I get overwhelmed. And if you go into so if you're putting cash giveaway, people are in need of money right now. So of course they're gonna like comment, and it's gonna blow up. So if that's the case, if that happens to you, you can go into your privacy settings and set it to only be you to see it, so that you can get to all the people that have commented. So you're not deleting that post. You're not doing anything other than you go into your privacy settings and you set it to me only to see it, so that you can get to every one of those comments. Because I've done that before where I've had hundreds. I'm like, how am I going to get to everybody? And it's like, wow, Carolee, your little baby's so cute. Does that help too? So, Brittany, did that make sense when I shared that with you? Kind of doing that a little bit?
Yeah, it made sense, and I still have it where it's only me because I haven't gotten to everybody. And like, to be honest, I'm leery of all this because it's new. That's why. It's just not familiar to me. So I'm learning a new, I guess, daily method of operation with this business. But there's one girl, she messaged me. She said, you know, I don't like supplements. She said, you know how I feel about it, but I want to support you. So she posted it for me. And so far I've talked to 12 different people just because she posted it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And thank you for sharing that, because there's something that you guys have done or have seen and encouraged, because we're all in this like new and it's different. And that's part of it. It's having some trust in me knowing, okay, she's done it. We have people having success, and you're going to be the ones coming back on as a leader going, okay, this is what I did. Yes, it was scary. It was so different for me, but I learned along the way, and that's what we want. So I'm glad that you said that, because here's another thing that sometimes people will come in and say, well, I don't have a lot of friends on my Facebook or Instagram. Are you willing to learn and to grow that? And if they are, this is a great way to, you may have a friend like Brittany did. She has friends that wanted to support her. She may not want to order from her, but it got her potential customers and distributors from her doing it. So you're growing that network. You're getting into other people's feeds along the way. And this is why, you know, host to post is really so important, because it hits on so many different avenues for you guys.
do you guys want scripts on how to respond to those host to posts when somebody comments?
Yes, I'm seeing yes. Taisha's like, yes.
Okay. So basically what you're going to see in the comment section is it's going to be about 2 to 3 responses. The pink heart means that's a new response. So when they respond, that would be your next step. So that's what the pink hearts mean. It's just a way to break it up so you can see it. So this first one's going to be for copy.
I'll answer your questions too, Joanna. I see it on here. Well, I guess it's not maybe a question. You kind of answered it for everyone. I don't even see you on here.
Is this not wide? Oh, I think it's too long. I'm going to have to break it up into a couple ones here. It's not
That
right.
one. Oh, there you are. I see you now. I'm going to ask you this question out loud, or your statement out loud, because I feel like there's a couple of things that I can give you guys, a couple of helpful things on posting. So because you guys have samples too, so I don't want to jump too far ahead with not covering all the host to post. Is this kind of helpful for you guys, understanding a little bit more on a smaller Zoom than my overloading hundreds? Okay. This is your time to ask questions or participate. Okay, you got them up.
Yeah, the first one's coffee, and now I'm going to post about Thermofite X.
Okay. And kind of the even the messages back are almost similar for products. So if you wanted to do a different host to post on another product, you can word it to have it fit each product. And I think I have those in my notes, all the different ones. So we could probably throw those just up on the Legendary page, Laura, so that they can see.
Yeah, those are, I mean, they're, if you look at the scripts, like, I think in Legendary, there's one of the sections is scripts for signing loyal customers. All of these are on there because these are basically very similar.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go in there and look real fast. Should be right up at the top.
Yeah, we have a couple of questions, so I don't want to overload it with scripts right now. So we can answer those first before I put the rest of the scripts in. Kiki and Sam have questions.
Okay. Where's the question?
Kiki wants to know if she puts it on her wall, she has close to 5,000 friends. Should she set it for an audience or everyone? I would say everyone.
Everyone, not all 5,000 people are going to see it. I mean, I have, I don't know, 30, 40,000 followers. Not everybody sees your post. It's just, so get it up there. It's when, you know, I think Brittany was like, I don't know, she had like 83 comments or something. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't get to these fast enough, that's when you hide it. So just get it up. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just go in, hide it, and you can always unhide again.
And then Sam needs to ask her question. I don't know what it is.
Who needs to ask a question?
Me,
Sam.
Stephanie.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Hi, I just rolled out of bed, sorry. Going back to the candy host to post, I guess I kind of would like a script for that because I'm confused. So let's say I say, okay, my friend Stephanie wants to give away $200, drop your favorite candy below. Am I letting them know that I've entered them for dropping their candy, or because then I'm asking them to host a post?
You're going to have them, you're going to message the person that dropped a comment or emoji and say, let's see where it's at. Where is it?
Say to them, hey, like, so excited to get you entered into our giveaway. I just asked you to do me a quick favor. If you would please put a post up on your Facebook, it'd be a copy and paste about the giveaway. Would that work for you?
Okay, so they're not being entered just for like dropping their candy or dropping their birthday month.
Right.
Only if they do host a post.
Yep. And you can say, you don't have to say your friend Stephanie. You can say you are. I mean, you're a part of this. So just say, you know what? Hey, I'm going to bless this many people or whatever.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
I mean, that's a good question to kind of ask, because that's a little bit sometimes confusing. Or what's your birthday month? Or, you know, there's all kinds of different ones that, and you see that all over Facebook. Like there's just different people doing different things. So that's a good question. Canada, I do not know when you're getting Skinny Brew. So I wish I did know, but Keto Coffee, you know, Thermofite X, some of those products are still huge for it. And with the Keto Coffee, you know, what a great thing that you guys can always upsell with the greens, which is a big deal. So we can always just say coffee instead of, you know, when you're doing that post over the next 30 days, about 30 pounds or whatever, keto coffee and chocolate greens. Okay. Hopefully that helps you guys. Did I miss any questions?
Brittany has one.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I watched, I think it was like the new distributor training on Wednesday.
Mhm.
And people are like, well, what do you do if they ghost or they don't say anything? And she said, I don't go and look. She said, I just respond to the people that respond back to me. She's like, because it can get really discouraging if you see that they looked at it and they didn't respond. She said, and sometimes they're not responding because, you know, they are busy or they meant to respond. And she said, and some don't. So she's like, just keep moving. And so I've had to keep that in my mind after doing the host to post thing yesterday, because there's people that aren't responding, but then there's people that are like, yeah, I would love to post for you. And then like, so far I've gained one loyalty customer that I would have never gained. And the ones that I have gotten so far are women that I know. And this was like a male that I didn't know. So it was outside of my comfort zone and a little bit intimidating. So I don't know, it was just making me think of how, you know, just post and keep going and just keep being friendly.
Yep. And that's just it. You have to be consistent with it. You don't get discouraged, because I have people that, you know, so many more probably than you guys have any idea how many people don't say anything. And it's just part of it. It's, you know, we can go back to the analogy of if you ask somebody for if they want a hot dog and they want ketchup and mustard on it, some are going to be like, ew, I don't like ketchup. They don't, it's just part of it. They're not gonna, it's not taking it personal. They just aren't going to do that. So understanding, yes, you're going to get ghosted. Yes, you're going to get a no. It's rare that they say no, but if they haven't said anything and you've gone through and you just want to get back to those people or clear it out, just say, hey, you know I had asked you this question. Would you mind did you want to be entered in, or whatever the question is, so that you have a follow-up, and then get them out of your inbox immediately. Some key things too when you're doing this is you can search in your messenger like keywords. And so that will pull down all, like if I put distributor promo or something. Okay, the other Brittany has a hands up. Okay, unmute yourself.
Okay, I had to find the button first. So my thing is, I don't know how new a lot of these people are to the business, but I've been in it for a while. And so my frustration or my struggle right now is because I've been doing it for so long and I have people who have followed me that I've always approached it as like, I've just relaunched because life got in the way and like I fell off for a minute, but now I'm back, even though it's like a whole new website. So my customers have to redo the 3 months and everything, that they're like, well, can I just order from my old site? And I have to get them to rejoin me, which a lot have been amazing because we have so many new products, but then I just get like the silent treatment. Like that's where like, and I check in with them like, hey, how's your day going? How have you been? How are things going? Like I always try to make that small talk or just let them know that like I don't just message them about the business, that like we are still friends and, you know, we had that communication, but it's just the not now, or
Well,
I can't get past that.
and you just let them know, hey, my account had expired, and if you want to support me, this is the way that, you know, I have an option for you to still support me. Of course, you can always go back to your customer account, but if you want to support me, you know, this is how I have to offer it right now. I mean, you know, something like that. Again, if they're your friend or if they want to, they will. And I think that because you're servicing them, they're going to want to do that. So you're helping them with the service. If you have a product or something that you want to give them for becoming your loyal again, you know, for doing a 3 months, then do that. And this isn't just for you, because we may have people that come in, distributors that their sister's now a distributor, but somebody was ordering, their friends were ordering from other people. So those friends are going to want to order from their friends. So the same kind of thing is, well, hey, I'm excited, I'm doing this, so this is how to do that. Just be upfront with them, Brittany. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't overthink it in their head. You're doing just fine. If they don't want to, that's fine. But I'd love your support. You know, it would really help me because I don't get paid on it the other way, but I do this way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm that person where like I'll stay in their inbox like weekly, like figure out like just to keep my name popping up. But now more so, I've been turning to the like, I'm actually doing better on commenting on more people's posts so that my name is now coming up in the notifications as well and not just their messenger, because a lot of people either don't have their notifications on for Messenger or don't have the app in general. And so like they're not even seeing me message them the information. So
And the other thing is if they're going to order, say they are ordering from it, say, hey, would you mind putting this post up for me? This is a great way to help support me too, is they put a post up for you, and now you're getting into their friends list and you may get customers from them posting. So don't be afraid to ask them that if that's the case. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So there's always going to be obstacles, guys, and we got to find the way to get around those obstacles. And that's just something that I'm not afraid to ask. Or, you might get some negative feedback, but I don't usually take it as negative. I usually ask, well, did somebody not help walk you through the product? Maybe it was a new person and they just didn't know how to help you, that I would love to know why. And we're not going to save everybody from being negative, because there's just some people out there that are, but I like to know why so I can do a better job. And so if that's you, and just understanding, well, gosh, I'm so sorry, some people do get into this, they're new and they just don't get the support and the help, or they don't know where to go to ask to help you. But our products do work, and that's what we're here to do. So hopefully that can kind of help. But building out your network, I think, is the main thing, is getting, like, you're doing the right thing and then just getting it out there.
And like, if you have somebody who was really interested and all of a sudden they're just leaving you on red, I have found it's really easy to say, oh, I'm sorry, did I catch you at a bad time? And that usually right away will get them to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, can I get back to you at X time? So then I know, oh, they're at work 5:30. I know I can jump right back in their messenger again and say, hey, it's now a better time. And you're not being rude or anything. It's just a way to get that conversation open again. And also, if you have somebody who really was interested and then it's been weeks since you heard from them, just jump in and say, hey, like, I'm getting orders placed today. Are you still interested? If not, let me know if I can take you off my list. I don't want to drive you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really good way to get people either to respond and say, oh, I am interested, it's just not a good time, or they're just going to say, no, take me off your list. And then that is one less person you have to follow up with.
So the get them out of my inboxes, as soon as they become a customer or distributor or something, they're out of my inbox. Like, I delete the whole message, so I know I don't see them. They're still my customer. I can still see them in my back office and that kind of stuff. But as far as getting rid of my inbox, cleaning it up is what I mean, basically. How often should you follow up on a hot lead for an LC? So there's never enough constantly. Like, if I was talking to them and it went silent that night, I go back in and message them again the next day and just say, hey, you probably just got busy like me. And I'm just checking back in. How, do you get paid a certain day? It just depends on, I guess, the conversation for a potential. But with the loyal, I would just say, if they're ready to order, coffee or something, just say, hey, I was thinking about you today. I was putting in a customer with coffee and you came up in my mind. Would you want me to help you get your customer going or your order going and processed? Or do you need to
be shocked by the number of times we follow up with people?
Mm-hmm. So that this is something too to know, is fortunes in the follow-up. A lot of people, you guys will do the work and you don't follow up, or you're not asking that. I actually had a call with, I see Kiki's on here. She was answering all the questions, trying to help somebody with being a distributor, but she ended up joining with somebody else. So it was a great, coaching moment for us to go over, being excited and being in, like, let's get you started now. I can't wait to help you. We can get your first post up. Like, what, let's get your app downloaded. Let's get you moving so that we have more time to get you towards that $15,000 bonus. So I think, the more that you follow up, the more that they see, gosh, she's really serious about this business, so there's never wrong. It's always in our head of thinking, gosh, are we driving them crazy? But they appreciate it. I get, you guys, text messages all the time from other companies, from Sephora, from World Market, from everybody. Like, every single day I'm getting text messages about a sale or something. And so we're the same thing. We're in business for ourselves. So we want to make sure that they know we want to be the one that helps them, because if you didn't follow up with them and they see somebody else post about something, they may go with that person because they end up closing the deal. So I want to make sure that you guys know that. Another great thing to do is, I always say, if it goes silent, I'm excited to get your order in. What's your name? your spelling of your first and last name, your email, and your shipping. Those are the first 3 that I get. Then I go back to asking, okay, I'm going to text you for your card number. If it goes silent, then I say, okay, do you want me to call you for your card information? Or do you get paid on a certain day? Because we can go ahead and get your order ready for you to ship it out on the date that you want. And generally, you're going to get them to respond of, oh, yeah, I get paid on Friday. So that's, get your calendar out, write that person's name down with their phone number to follow up with them on Friday when they get paid. Now you know, okay, yes, they were serious. They just didn't want to tell you they didn't have the money right then. Does that make sense? That's usually what people are most fearful of. I see your message there, Jessica.
Did you see Andrea Gray's? It's up a little bit. I think it got lost.
Andrea.
Lots of questions, but as soon as I explain the biz, they either go silent right away or say they are not interested. Is what she said.
So you want to unmute yourself, Andrea, and ask this question, because I'm a little, is it on customer or getting them started as a distributor?
Not sure she's on anymore. I think she jumped off.
Okay, I will go back to it if you see her jump back on, tell me.
I will.
I think it might be almost similar to what Jessica has to say. Are you guys feeling pretty confident with host to post, knowing how to get that out there, doing those things? Thank you, Sam. That's Sam, not really Brendan. That's her husband's account. I know that. And that's exactly it. She's growing her network and she's signed 7, so you don't know. Same thing with Brittany. I love that you guys are pretty new and you're sharing that. Yes, so France, you can still get them to do host to post. I can tell you I have a big French team. They sell hair, skin, and nails like crazy and Thermofite X like nuts. That's their jam. Like, that's what they love. So you can get
I can get you a hair, skin, and nails host to post. I have one.
Yeah, that's another great one, especially you guys right now with the pick 2. I'm saying cutting that $49 in half, because of the lash serum is $24.50. They could add hair, skin, and nails. That's another $24.50. So they got to get 2 products, but it's basically getting them that product for like $24, $25. So that's something that they'll have. Each country's a little bit different. So they just have to make sure that they pick the country. But yes, France they do amazing. I'm guessing they speak it in French? Yes? Okay. So I could get, if we ask Julie or Manon or somebody, there's some English, French speakers in our legendary page. I can get them to throw up some host to post in French if you want, so that you can give it to them in French. Okay. Or if you speak French and you can translate it.
Yeah, hi. I do speak French. I do speak French perfectly. I was born and raised there, and I've been here for like, 9 years, 10 years. So yeah, I speak French. I can definitely put something together with what we have already. Perfect.
And that's exactly, usually they just translate it back and forth, but I would really focus on the Thermofite X, the hair, skin, and nails. Trying to think what other one that they use. I think the coffee they do really well too. So that's a good one. All right.
One thing too that I have been telling distributors like crazy, because I had so many in my phone with the $49 deal that I've been following up with them. So many people are posting on my news feed that they're doing these Zooms with their families for like social distancing. And that's one thing that I had gone back and I have been like, hey, I saw you do Zoom with your family, or like trying to do, video chats. That's exactly what we do with our team trainings. And that's all you need to know. Like that app right there, you have it downloaded. If you join, that's how we connect with our team and do trainings every week. Or, when random pop-ups come on that are new. So I've been telling people that are learning about Zoom through the social distancing that's how they.
And perfect. Yep, that's exactly it. You guys are going to have to support the page. Just not be afraid to ask the questions. I think that's the number one thing, is don't be afraid to reach out. The more that, we see your name, the more that we see things, we know, okay, they're serious about it. or you're serious about it. Host to post. I want to make sure that I covered it all. Did we go through all of it, Laura? You're muted. Unmute. I unmuted you.
Sorry, the dog was barking. So, yeah, I think we have gone over most of it. I'm just kind of slowly putting scripts in there because I don't want to lose people's questions either. But if you guys do have any questions, don't hesitate to message me or staff. We'll get you taken care of.
Okay, she's getting those up. I'm scrolling through right now because I know Jessica had a question.
Jessica, you just want to unmute yourself and ask?
Where'd she go?
I unmuted her.
Oh, there she is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't have a major issue getting customers. My major issue is getting distributors. And I try to explain, you know, because I get the typical excuses of, I don't have time, I don't have the money, all of those.
Okay.
But my issue is how, and I explain on how I have 4 kids, I have 3 dogs, I have a full-time job. I just can't seem to turn anybody into a distributor. That's my main issue.
Okay, I love this because I know that you're a customer recruiter and she's awesome, you guys. Like, I mean, she is a powerhouse when it comes to customers. So you can rub off on everybody else for a little bit. And then when you do distributors, we'll rub off. But here is what I could say about that is I am so distributor focused. I feel like I can get a distributor easier than a customer. And so if you can get a customer, you guys can get a distributor. This is going to be the easiest part for you. So when you are talking to them about being a customer, getting their name, are you getting their name or are you sending them the link?
I'm getting names. I always do it myself. I never hardly ever send out my link.
Okay, so that's a huge tip, guys. I do the same thing. We want to make sure that we get their information, that we're going to put the order in for them because we know that we're going to do it. So when you see, you know, people are like, oh, I sent out my link or I sent out my website, they may not click on it or they may go, I'll look at it later, and they don't. So you want to make sure that you're like excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to start your product and give me a text and a review so I can share about it. So you got their information, Jess. It's okay, I just need your name, your email, your phone number. I usually text them for their card and say, okay, it's Steph. One last thing that I need from you is your credit card number to get your order processed. And then I get it. So that's probably where you stop, is my guess. Or do you offer the business?
I say, okay, well, there's 2 ways we can do this. We can sign you up as a customer, or we can just go ahead and sign you up as a distributor and you can start making money with me right away.
Okay. So good that you're doing that. So usually once I have their credit card info, I let them know, hey, before we get you set up, you know, there's always an option that you're going to get amazing results. So we could go ahead for, say that they bought a bag or 2 bags of coffee. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's $79. Well, for $20 more, you could actually become a rep, get the skinny brew, and then have me show you how to make money. The worst case scenario is you just order as a customer, like you're just a customer. So there's no commitment. That's a huge thing that they need to hear, that there's no commitment. Now that's not what we want. We want to help them, right? We want to make sure that they are using the product because we want them to get their results. But why not make some extra money? If they can post and they can throw up a post that you give them to put up, then they can do this business.
Right.
And so that's generally where it comes in, is, you know, just having the confidence to be like, if you're thinking about it at all, making a little bit of extra money, then you should just do it. Yeah. And that's where I'm always at with them. I think Laura sees some of my messages like that. I'm pretty like excited about it. I let them know that I got started because I wanted the product, and I thought, well, what the heck, why not try to make some extra money? I wasn't thinking I was going to be a millionaire. That's for dang sure. It's just, I wanted to get skinny. I'll stop in the background. I'm like, okay, I guess we need a little laugh. But I think, you know, knowing what I know now is, if I could make a couple extra $100, awesome. And I think that's where people are at when they're a customer. They're not really necessarily thinking about making the extra money, but right now you're going to get awesome results. People are going to ask you, what are you doing? So why not get paid to do it?
And I get that all the time too. When I was going into the salon, they're like, wow, you're really losing weight. What are you doing? And I told them, I said, I'm using my products. And they're like, really?
So I think it's just having the confidence just to say, if you're thinking about it at all, you should just try it. The worst case is you're going to get the skinny brew, and you could just order as you like, or add extra to it. If we can get you, 6 customers, you get 150 in free products. So why not get some free product along the way? Does that make sense? So I think, just having that confidence of being excited, and you can even say, I was hesitant on being a distributor too, but what a blessing I have that I can do this as little or as little or as much as I want. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter if you have an hour a week, great. If you have 2 hours a day, this can work for you too. Mm-hmm. Obviously some people come into this is going to be their full time. So they're going to work it, just like a job, like treat it 6 to 8 hours a day or whatever it is. So I think that's an important thing. It's confidence. It's all right here knowing, okay, I'm going to get a distributor today. I'm going to do it. And the one person that hears this all the time for me is Laura. Like, it's usually I'll have a really good day if you're starting to, Joel?
She does. She gets like mad. She'll be like, I need to sign up 5 distributors today.
Yeah, I'm so like, I'm going to do it because I'm messaging, I'm following up, I'm on a mission, and I'm just excited about it. And here's the thing is, if you enrolled a customer and you're feeling like, gosh, this is a really good day, go for it. And those days that you just feel like, oh, this is a good day. I'm having a good day. Mm-hmm. You just have more confidence for whatever reason. There's days where I'm just like, okay, just not having it today, and I need to take a self day or a couple hours or something to gather myself and just get rid of stupid. Like, it happens. So, on those really good days, just do that, or message us, or put it in the, in a message on Facebook, like, okay, how can I get this person to do it? Or they become a customer, get them a post and say, let's get you a post up right now. And let's see how we can do. And they can always upgrade to a distributor. You
can ask Laura. I always will sit there and start to complain to her, and then I'll text her and I'll say, just tell me I'm stupid and shut up and get back to work. All the time.
And it's a numbers thing. The more that you do it, the more, again, don't beat yourself up. You're asking, but let me see some of those messages back and forth a little bit. It might just be a tweak of a word, okay. I just don't know. But I think the number one thing that people want to hear is there's no commitment if it doesn't work out.
Right.
That was me. I needed to hear that. And understand, like, oh gosh, I'm not a good salesperson. This isn't what I really wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And people want to, that's the number one thing I hear is I'm not a salesperson. I'm not either. I wasn't a speaker. This is not my thing. But I love helping people. I've always been in a service industry. So hair, massage, all of it, fitness franchise, it was all about helping people. So that's my gift. That's what I want to do. I didn't want to speak in front of thousands of people. Like, no, thank you. Even this is like weird. I'm like not a techie person.
I know, I was shaking when I got unmuted. I'm like,
so I think just letting people know that we're just real people. We're learning along the way. It can be fun. Don't stress out. It's just like anything new. It's different, but why not try? Especially right now, people are home, If you're seeing people at home, hairstylists, that's another huge thing to do right now is yes. I've talked to more people that have worked in the salon that are ready to do this business because they're not making an income. So we can help them. And we have, weight loss products, but we also have the beauty side of it with the lash serum, the hair, skin, and nails, the collagen. I love all that, the radiance. Like, there's stuff that I love. So we have a little bit of mix, and the price points are awesome. So that's a great way to, kind of help them.
Thank you.
Yes. Let me.
I'm going to jump on Taisha's question.
Okay.
I would not recommend a Facebook page right now. Just stick to your own personal page. I know you said posting prices. We don't post a lot of prices, like when we're doing posts. You're really just trying to get them interested in the product and then give them more information once you start messaging them. So if you look at like the post of the day we do every day in the legendary page, most of them don't have anything about price. It's just getting them to be interested in the products. So don't worry so much about, oh, Facebook might not like it that I'm selling on my page. They're not really going to notice. I mean,
Okay.
look at Stephanie. She still posts on her page every day about her business and she's still up and running. So don't worry about it.
Yep. I've been doing it for 11 years. Well, I haven't been on Facebook 11 years, but yeah, for 11 years. So and through stories, guys, utilize stories, ask polls, the great question is who drinks coffee, or do you like your coffee hot or cold? Just some interaction posts. We do have a hand sanitizer. I don't know if it's come out yet. I'm waiting. It's going to come out.
I haven't seen it yet. I just checked.
I haven't even been able to go and respond to the legendary page about it, but where you're going to be able to get to, you have to purchase a different product in order to be eligible to even buy the hand sanitizer. But they did that because we don't get paid on the sanitizer. Mark's just bringing the sanitizer to us. He was able to because of who he was to get his hands on the sanitizer. So you can get 2 of the bottles, and I posted in there for $9.99. Which is a huge, huge deal. I just asked the question on my Facebook page. Let me go see what it's at right now. It's probably,
yeah, and that's the other thing is don't just only post about your business. Like keep your life on there, because if all you just post about your business, pretty soon you're going to see you have 0 interaction on your Facebook. So still post about your life. Post those fun things that are going to get interaction.
Yeah, and I just posted on who's having a hard time finding hand sanitizer. It wasn't like, hey, I've got hand sanitizer for sale. I just wanted to see who it was. And then I could go, okay, they're not, I don't know who they are. I'll go to their page. Are they part of It Works? If they're not, I'm letting them know, hey, I can actually get you some if you're interested in it. Just have to order up any of the products that I have available, and then you can get the sanitizer 2 for $9.99. So another way just to get stuff out there of, just different things. One of the things that I just recently did with the lash serum was just went live. It was about my unboxing of my jacket, and more people inboxed me and text messaged me about lash serum. They were like, where do you get your lash serum? They didn't even know It Works had any. They're like, what? So putting it through there and just letting them know, I have a beauty hack, writing down the date that I have my lash serum, that I open it, because it's hard to tell if it's getting empty or not. So at 30 days, I'm tossing it out. It's getting pretty low. I just want to make sure every 30 days I'm using my new one. So I just write the date. So 30 days from now, I've got my new one that's going to replace it. But people love stuff like that. Is there something that you guys love, that you have a beauty hack or a tip or something like that, just to get some interaction going? I have one, and I should just post it in the legendary. It's about crayons, all these old broken crayons. If you have like a little cookie tin or something that's smaller, put all the crayons in it, and then you put it in the oven, you melt it, and then let them harden, and now they have new crayons. So things like that, people are going to share it. So you want things that people are going to share on your page, but you also want to see on your page, do you have some before and after pictures? Are you helping people? Do you have promotions? You guys can use my promotions. My team is growing. I'm so excited for my teammates that got the promotion last month. So you can go see that. People want to see, what are you about? We're nosy, right? If we are going to share something, we want to see, what's Taisha up to right now? Like, she's going to go down. So making sure that there's a good mix of, do I know a little bit about you? So that's, and in stories, you can be more about your product and what we have. So every day I feel like, oh my gosh, I got to be so annoying with my Skinny Brew coffee post, but whatever. Like, it's in their face, and that's what we need to be, as a reminder of, the Starbucks is closed. People still want their dang coffee. It is ridiculous. I woke up to 5 text message Skinny Brew. So I'm like, okay, they still want their coffee, and I still want it because I need energy and I want to feel good, and I do not want to gain weight right now. This is not okay. There's way too many carbs around this household, so I don't want them. So hopefully that kind of helps answer. But yeah, you don't need to start that kind of went off onto different things. But
Can I share something?
yes,
I had a thought this morning, because I was like, okay, here I am selling It Works, and there's people that are already like, I would call them like front row audience of my life, and like to comment and are there for me. And I'm like, I've got to be annoying to them. But then like, I felt like God spoke to my heart, like, okay, it's basically like this. You have a front row audience, but you've got to be loud so that they can hear you in the back. So the people in the front row, they're probably going to hear you loud and clear. Some are probably going to get annoyed. But at the end of the day, you have to be loud enough so the people in the back can start to hear you and come forward. So then, sorry, my son just brought a big old, hang on, look at this. My son just brought this in from outside. We have a fenced yard. He came in with it and he goes, pretty. So I got a big old stick in my house.
Oh my gosh, love it.
Sorry. I have twins that are 2 and a 9-year-old. But I was just, I just feel like God was like, it's okay. Like, you're going to need to be loud in this business. And people in the front row, some of them are not going to be fans of it and they're going to step to the back and not want to hear it anymore. But there's going to be people in the back row that need to hear this and they're going to come to the front. So I just feel like right now it's just making enough noise so that people know what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm. I love that analogy. So that's exactly what we wanted to do with this Zoom, is give you guys a little bit more, really utilize, okay, these are the things that are working so that you can bring in the income. If this is what you want to do full time, or some of you need the extra money right now because husbands are off of work, or maybe you are, or you have the time right now. So let's maximize what we can. And I think, host to post, sharing, doing as much as you can. If you have product, use it, show it, be in their face like I am with it. Stories, especially, asking polls all the time. But really letting you guys know about that hosted post. I wanted to make sure that was clear, because sometimes it gets lost and then people don't even want to ask questions and then they don't do it. And that's the last thing we want, is for you guys to feel like you don't have the tools to get to work. And so we wanted to really cover the hosted post. Where is the legendary page?
I got it to her.
Okay.
I sent it to her.
Is she not, were you not in it, Joanna? That's weird. Okay, so here's the other thing too, is when you enroll a distributor, you got to add them in. Sometimes they have to accept the group page. And so it might have got lost, or we were having troubles where we couldn't invite people into the page. We have to send them the link, which is so annoying. Facebook is just annoying to us sometimes. I think, Carolee, that happened to you, didn't it? It took us a couple days or something. Sometimes it takes us a few days to get you guys in, but yeah. So she's one of our Canadians. I see my couple Canadians on, and nice to say French too. Okay, so you've got all of the information in there for host to post. I'm going to scroll through one more. One of the things,
next giveaway is this week, so it'll end Friday, and then we'll probably do the giveaway this weekend or Monday. So that's when the next giveaway is. But you can do host to post all the time. It's going to be going on this whole month, the giveaway. So keep going.
Yep. Yeah. Don't stop. We're just trying to make sure that you have something to utilize to get people to do a giveaway. One of the things that I know that I scrolled back on before we jump off, how do we submit the entries? Super easy. In the giveaway page, you're going to see numbers. So that might be like 76 is the last name. So it could be 76, Laura Nicola, yours would be 77 with whoever put the drawing, and you put it in the giveaway page in the comment section. So it just goes straight down. You'll see the next numbers. And there's if you go in there, Britt, you'll see this
is what the giveaway looks like. And then you just comment under that.
And she gives, we have a couple rules. Don't comment more than 5 in one comment box. So that it doesn't get confusing, because some people are like, here's 20 people at one time. They decide they're at all 20. It's like, just break it down into 5s or something. So you can do that. So we will be drawing, yes, April 10th, legendary in there. Oh, this is a good question. You guys are going to get this a lot. How do you overcome objections, awkwardness of reluctant to giving stranger the card info? So this is Sam. So Sam, do you mean when you're talking to the customer, how do you ask to get for their credit card number? Is that what you're meaning? I'll have her unmute. I'm going to unmute you. Unless she's with her baby.
There she goes.
Hey, Stephanie.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, so that's a good question that people are I'll put you back on mute. I kind of figured, but so the best way to do this is I'm talking to strangers more so than a warm market. Like that's what I have to talk to. Everything is done online now, so usually people sending credit card numbers is not a big deal. So what I like to do is, you know, if I'm talking to them back and forth through Facebook, I'm going to let them know, hey, I'm going to text you to get your shipping, your email, and the rest of the information. So I'll usually get it through text. So I've got their shipping, their email, their spelling of their first and last name. I always ask, is this the correct spelling of your first and last name? And then I say, okay, to process your order, I'm going to need your credit card number with expiration date, CVV. You're going to get an email confirmation, and I'm going to text you your customer order number as well. So by giving them just that little bit, that makes them feel comfortable because they're going to get an email once their order's processed, and I'm going to text them their order number, their customer order. Does that make sense? So that's kind of the first part. Some people are like, well, I'm not comfortable sending my card. It's a rare case, maybe, and for me, probably less than 10%. Like it is a small number. If that's the case, I just let them know, hey, did you want to text me your card information, or do you want me to call you real quick for it? I can do that. If they are just like, I'm just not comfortable, some people will say, do you have a link? And then I'll send my link through the text. But what I'll do is I'll say, okay, I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to wait for you to get on so I can walk you through how to get your order done, so that I know they're going to do the order. Does that make sense? So that's usually the case. So 90% or more, I usually get their card, or maybe 5-6%, then I can call them up for it. And then there's just a few that really do the link. It's a rarity. But I think it's usually because I let them know, okay, you're going to get an email, and I'm going to text you immediately your order that it went through, and it'll be shipped. Hopefully that helps.
If you ask to be added to the giveaway page, you should all be in it. You just have to follow the link and request yourself, and then I will approve you.
Okay, I'm going to answer these last couple questions. Actually, I'll leave it recorded because I think it'll just be a good one to leave. Got that. Am I missing any questions, Laura? I see Kiki.
I think we've gone through most of them. Just mostly now at this point, it's distributor questions, how to get them signed up.
Okay. I did want to I'll go over these last, I see 2 more questions to go over, but I did want to go over making sure you guys utilize selling your keto or your Skinny Brew, your keto coffee for cash. So they're going to go to all digital. So you're going to get 10 of the Skinny Brew, or if it's the Coffee International, but US based, is going to be all the digital coffee. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that if you haven't, download the It Works sample app, and then you can go in and immediately send yourself one of them. And you're going to want it because you probably all have it, but to be able to show it and to do videos with it, just letting you know, excited. I've got 3 samples. Who wants to try the new product that helps with weight loss or something like that? So if you put out there, that you have 3 samples, the great thing about it is people might be like in a poll. I do a lot of that in my polls with samples. And I don't say anything about free, but in the samples, I let them know, okay, great. I'm excited to help you get the sample of the coffee. I have a couple options for you. You can actually get 3 for $20, or what most people do is become a customer and get the bag for $49, which sounds best to you. So it opens the door to let them kind of have either or. And then I'll always upgrade to a distributor once I see if they're gonna. Usually I'm pretty good about flipping them up to a distributor because they're getting the Skinny Brew. But it gives people options for you guys to sell that. If you don't, make sure that you download Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. You want to be able to take cash. If you can't take cash, you're not going to want to sell these. That's the hardest thing. So making sure, especially right now, people are all digital, all electronic. So make sure that you have a couple of those. Cash App and Venmo, you don't need to show that you made any money. PayPal, you do, right, for taxes, I think.
Yep. And when you have people doing host to post for you, once they put their post up, you can ask them like, hey, do you drink coffee? Like I got you entered, do you drink coffee? And if they say yeah, then you can say, oh my gosh, I have this great sale today. We have a 3-day sample on our fat burning coffee. It's usually 20, but I'm doing 3 for 15 today. Would you like to try it?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's a perfect way to get them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put that in the comments as well, so you guys can flip people to just sell your samples.
So many
Who are doing host to post for you. Yeah.
Like we're trying not to overwhelm you, but we also want you to have so many things to be able to use to make the money right now too and help people. So make sure that you do download that. But what I love about the digital is you don't have to go to the mailbox, go to the post office, put any postage on it yourself. It works as doing the shipping for you. So you collect the cash, and then in that sample app, you put in their information and it gets shipped right out to them. And it's a great way then that we can follow up in the Connect app or in that sample app of, hey, did you get your samples? What did you think of them? You know, we have a sale coming up with, there's 2 bags that you can get for $49 right now. So, you know, the more that you're getting that out there, the more cash in your hands and the more potential customers and distributors you're going to get. So making sure that you do that. So you're going to get 10 of the digital coffees in your kit now. So that's $200 if you sold all of them. So $100 covers the kit costs, $100 in your pocket with just cash that I love. And then when you get your 6 customers, you're going to get another $50 cash if you do that in 30 days, and then $150 in a free product as well. So I love that. It reminds me of back when I got started, was the kit was $200 and we sold the wraps for the cash to cover our kit, and then we had $100 cash profit. It's just so funny how I feel like it's coming back full circle. So it's weird, so weird. So hopefully that helps you guys on, you know, if somebody's thinking about being a distributor right now, God, what a great time. You're going to get 10 of the samples. Let's get you a sample post up right now. What I love is, I just talked to Cammie before I jumped on. That's why I wasn't right on. Like usually I jump on a little bit before. But going over scripts and how we're going to be able to get you guys going with the It Works sample app a little bit faster, and maneuvering and trying to work on all that, because everything is all getting shipped out. We're not having any interaction collecting cash. Like even restaurants don't want you to use cash right now. It just spreads germs. So they want everything through credit card or online sales. So hopefully that helps. All right, I'll go back to you. So did that kind of help you guys? Make sure you have the It Works Connect app, It Works sample app, putting constantly that you have samples available. If, you know, even if you don't run out, just say, oh my gosh, I just mailed out 3 samples today. I'm going to send out 3 more. Just got 3 more samples available today. So getting that rolling through your stories, because it can just upgrade to a customer or a distributor right now. All right. I'm going to go back. We're just doing a good job of putting those up there. I think this is a good question to kind of go over. There's a couple of them, but how do you overcome people that get in touch with you but ask to go to your website to see what you're doing? I just let them know, hey, if you can post, I'll send you my website. We have over 40 products of health and wellness, and then weight loss products and coffee. But if you can post, you can do what I do. I just kind of let them know that I post a lot on social media. I let people know that they can either, you know, buy samples from me or become my customer and get my wholesale pricing, or have the ability to earn cash like I do. So that's how I keep it simple. And so if you want to, you know, voice message them that or something like that, do that and just say, I can send you my website and you can look at the products. It ranges from, you know, a hair supplement to weight loss to coffee. So I give them a couple of little blurbs so that they see that. Can you go over signing in DT? I have a person waiting for me to call them back. Yes, this is Taisha, if she's still on there. Going to go over these last 2 and then I'll let you guys get off because it's a little bit of a long Zoom. I think for signing a distributor, I would just tell them, I'm super excited. I can't wait to get you started. You know, really, if you can post, you can do what I do. So I don't give them all of the information up front because it's overwhelming and it can scare people off. if they want information, they're going to ask you the question. Okay. So don't ever answer a question unless it's asked. So those are some things that you're going to want to do. We want to get them in and then trained. So this is super excited. I'm going to get you started today. It's $99. You're going to get 10 of the Skinny Brew 3-day sample packets. Immediately, what I want you to do is download the It Works Connect app, the It Works sample app, and then I'm going to get you into our team page, and I want you to put up a post. We want to get you making some money right away. So you're just going to kind of follow my lead. I'm going to get you a post, and I'm going to help answer the questions when they come up. Worst case, you're going to get the Skinny Brew coffee, and you could stop, but you'll also have the ability to order any of the products at wholesale. But what a great time, you know, to go for it and to make some extra money. Usually I say, is this something that you're interested in? You know, if you can post and want to make some extra money, is this something you're interested in? Yes. Then I say, okay, some people want to know, how do you make money? You guys make money by cash. You make money weekly by enrolling distributors. When they get their customers, you're going to get what's called fast start bonuses, and then monthly commissions. And then they're going to be eligible for a $15,000 bonus. And our company's never done that before, like this many perks, which is awesome. I think that's kind of what you were, you know, I would text them, Taisha, and just say, hey, I'm super excited that you're thinking about wanting to be, you know, a rep like me. Let me get your information, you know, a little bit of information. Can you spell your first and last name for me? Your email and your shipping. Those are some of the things. If they give you that information, that usually lets you know that they're pretty serious. If they don't want to give that, that usually they're not that serious. And even the other day when I said, ask them if they know about It Works, like some people do, some people don't. So we want to make sure we're giving them the right track. If they've heard of It Works or they did It Works years ago, the comp plan has changed. It's been simplified. So it's actually been almost cut in half to get to Diamond. And now it's just 3 qualified legs all the way to the top. I know there was one more question. I think it was Kiki somewhere. Maybe not. Is there another question? No? Okay. I think
We got everybody.
we got everybody. All right. Hopefully you guys, this helps you. You've got all of the scripts in here. If you miss something and you're like, I need something, don't be afraid to message us. But I just wanted you guys to have a little bit of a smaller Zoom so that you could ask questions, get to know each other, because you're the next crew that is going for Diamond and above. So it's exciting that, you know, we want to make sure that we're rallying together and get you guys on up the rank. And I will push with you as hard as you want. You just got to do the work too. So anything in this is work. So if you want more than 10 hosts to post out a day or more asks, then do that. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to give you kind of a guide of what you do. I sometimes work crazy, but I know what a huge opportunity we have right now. We need to be out there and letting people know they can work from home right now. They can make money. People do want to lose weight. They do want energy. That's never going to change. Like, that's just always the way it is. And sometimes that's not a priority in a life. That's a want. And they'll spend more money on wanting to lose weight over going and buying milk. It's the craziest thing, because I did it. I was like, well, I'd rather have my lights turned off than me getting fatter by the minute. I want that product. So don't prejudge anyone, because we just don't know. We may think, gosh, they look like they have it all together. But they may have a lot of debt and they don't have a job right now, you know? So that's something that we're seeing a lot of people that in our neighborhood, they are scared. And me and Joel are just like, how we're so glad that we just don't have a lot of debt, you know, and we can give them an option right now if they want to do what they thought we were crazy. Like Joel's like, yeah, we're drug dealers. I'm like, Joel, no, we are not. I'm like, oh my gosh, our neighbors probably think we're insane. Actually, I know they do. But anyway, so don't judge. Have fun with it. Be yourself. Put the twist of who you are on it. And you guys will get it. And the more that you do it, the more confidence that you're going to get. And Jessica, you're going to get a distributor today. I'm speaking that life over you. You're going to do it. You're going to get somebody in as a distributor and not a customer today. I believe that. All right, guys.
Drive us crazy.
Yes. Please know that, you know, the more that we see your name, tag me in posts, the more that we see you asking questions in team pages, like you're not only asking for yourself, but you're also helping other people learn. And as a leader in the company, that's what I did. I was really good at asking questions, and then people started seeing my name all the time. But it knows, okay, they're not only asking questions, but they're going to start to help answer the question. And that's how leaders naturally rise. So I appreciate you guys for getting on at an awkward time. Kind of not an awkward time. I kind of like this, that we can do it in the morning or whenever we want. So I just appreciate you all. Make sure that you have your charts out, stay organized, and anything else that we wanted to go over, Laura, I think we got it, right?
I think we got everything.
All right. And if you guys want more, you just keep letting us know. We'll keep doing more for you. And then tonight we're going to do another Zoom. So just so you know, our 8:31, they're going to be doing something. Again, corporate's killing me. I appreciate all that they're doing, but they're going to be doing the work from home, you know, lives they do every night, 8 o'clock. So you can invite potentials to that and then just make sure you follow up with them. But now immediately after, what they're doing is they're going to put on there how people can get started right away. So training them, getting a post up. So they're actually going to be doing that. So we may have to adjust our Zoom times a little bit, and it might be later than earlier just because of our West Coasters. I know I'm trying to figure that out. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I will get the link up later for tonight's Zoom. But have a good day, guys. I will stop recording.